All right, this is Egbegba, and I'm live at the Foreground Daily Report, Nigeria. Papa will born you, tell you, say, this woman where you want marry no get character. You dey say, Papa, if I change the woman wrapper, if I buy new clothes for the woman, she go get character. Now, to buy new clothes, now go give woman character. Woman will not get character, not get character. Unless the woman choose to change. Una wake up one morning, una tell us say una want redesign the naira note. Now you go give the naira note value. Now you go give the naira note value.
Mickeyano on the beat.
ABOish.
All right, I go by the name Egbegba, but my real name is Mike Ikemini Efyong. Originally, I'm from Akwa Ibom State, Ikono local government precisely. But I was born and bred in Warri, and I did my basic education in Warri in Delta State, before moving to Enugu for my university degree. And I studied industrial physics, and also I graduated from the Department of Industrial Physics in Enugu State University of Science and Technology. And then later here, I did my NYC in Edo State, Orion local government, close to Delta State here. So it just like say I did home to do my NYC for a nearby state. It was exciting anyway.
So I pray we no go ever go broke, our pocket no go dry.
Okay, I've always had this Z, to go into a mass communication, and I remember during my university days, I think I should be one of, should I say one of the few persons that do go out to buy newspaper, the little change obviously I get or buy newspaper, go read, it sound abnormal, it's not something you see in a Nigeria university environment, it's many people now, many people for school, what did they think about now food, this and that group, but seeing a student, going to buy newspaper to read, it sounds strange, but I think I was among the few that do something like that. And it helped me a lot because I have the Z to talk to people, I have the Z to acquire knowledge. And after I finished school, when I got to an NYC camp, decided to submit CV to apply for a radio job. I applied in one other station in Warri, but I decided to apply in the particular radio station I'm working. I'm talking about Egbegba FM. And that was it. And I was still in camp when they sent me later for interview, and I was shocked. I said, I never do media before. So, the thing hit me. So I traveled all the way from Edo State to Warri, and I passed the interview, and the rest became history. So I was employed, and that was just like, you are in a new field entirely, because all my life, I've thought about science, becoming a mechanical engineer, a lot about science, during my primary school and my secondary school days. Till I got to, I think the later stage of my university, that was when I started considering, studying, getting knowledge from media and art in general, and that became history, and when I got into a radio station at first, should I say I struggled a little, but I overcame. With time, I grew with time. With time, I build audience. With time, I know how to go about certain things, and I know how to handle certain things. So it just worked like that, That's just my run from my, my dream of becoming a media person. Okay, being on radio, I saw something. Though in radio you talk to a lot of people, but I feel radio is somehow limited. So I wanted a ground where I could explore, a ground where I could push more, I could reach, millions of people. So I decided to go into content creation, and also I wanted a free ground. Because when you're on radio, there's this NBC Wahala, what they call them NBC Wahala. Before they'll ask you why you talk this, why you say this, you shouldn't say this. So I wanted a free ground, so I decided to move to social media. Though social media is not entirely free, you can see what Elon Musk is doing and others is doing, and also Mark Zuckerberg. But at least there's a fair ground. Should I say fair ground, and also an unlimited space where you can tap more. So I decided to push myself beyond the radio, to go to content creation. Ever since I started building my page, started working on my content creation, I mean, you get to, I've been happy ever since, you get to learn more, you get to see more, you get to hear review from people, and you get to see some negative parts of the society, and you get to explore the positive side of the society. You tend to create a balance as you move on content creation. I've ever since I started building myself, content creation. I've been happy. When I mean happy, totally happy. And in the process of being a content creator, I've also been able to at least touch lives. Because you expose people to certain things, and also you lead people to certain places they never thought they would have been, or they would have seen themselves. So that is a part of should I say my movement to content creation.
Cause a killer gonna make you be timid out, but for that you fit blow me.
All right, I won't say physics is a bygone, because I still use some of the knowledge I got from physics, to balance myself. I mean, coming to this studio, the first thing I spoke about was the lighting, because I did that in physics. I can tell you about rays of light, how it works. So it's still part of life, but we should tell ourselves the truth. Physics not they give me money. Let me go preaching on this side. Physics doesn't pay my bills. I don't see physics paying my bills in the next year to come, as far as I'm in Nigeria. So I tend to move from what pays what doesn't pay my bill, even though I have passion for it, even though I read it, to what pays my bill. That is just it. I've been trying to create a balance. I remember some years ago I do teach in school, I do teach physics, and if you call me to teach, I'm still going to teach physics because it's in my head, and also I still have passion for it. But talking about paying bills, if you what they pay you bills, they go follow what they pay you bills. That's just it.
They might try pull you down, but they can't fit. You go stand.
The content creation industry in Warri is still growing, and I'll say among the places in Nigeria, I mean, Nigeria in total, Warri is still picking up, even though I don't like the rate we're picking up. We're picking up in a slow rate. But I expect us to do more. If you see where Lagos is leading, Lagos has always been leading in many things. Lagos is leading. Also Benin too, they are doing well in Benin. Even at Port Harcourt, they are doing well. We still have some content creators in Abuja and different parts of the country. They are doing well, but we expected Warri to do more. But when we see the rate Warri is going, I mean, for me, I'm not just happy, but we have some people that are still picking up, are struggling, with nobody chewing them the road. They are just still fighting themselves, to at least bring themselves up. And I'm happy for those people, taking the lead. And for those people I call pace setters, they're setting the pace, others are watching, others are still asking themselves, these people, are they wasting their time, or are they cashing out, or they're not there's a lot of should I say passerby, there's a whole lot of spectators that should be part of the game, but they're still asking themselves, should I be part of this or should I not be part of it? Content creators, are they really making money, or do they do yahoo, this and that? Because you come online, you see content creators, these are just builders, these are just buy car, and there's that question of, do they do yahoo, or do they make real money? But sincerely speaking, I'm making real money. And for my colleague, Aproko King, is one of the finest content creators in Warri. Also, Mr. Paul, also Warri Mama. These guys are doing well. Even Little SMS, talking about Stupid Chief. Even Better Picking. These guys are doing well when you talk about content creation. But I think we still need to grow more content creators in Warri. A few days ago, I spoke to a particular boys juggler, Eshe. Eshe don't win Google, he don't win a Guinness World Record, but the guy did Warri, see the struggle. But he could build his path from content creation to become somebody powerful, somebody that would take the lead, But sometimes, within this part of the world, some people they feel like, who will carry me along? There are sometimes you don't need to wait for who will carry you along, carry yourself along. So you just need to keep on building. Whatever you feel that you can do that is outstanding, go online with your phone, do it, put it online. That is just it. I'm still working on a series, a web series that'll tell the everyday struggle of a Nigerian man. And I think I'm just picturing Warri as an environment, but the plot is going to be about the everyday story of a Nigerian man, trying to survive, maybe just finish school, trying to get a job, every day he goes out, come back with nothing. And not just him, but him and his friends, just trying to manage his girlfriend, even when there's no work, family by the side, telling him to go and marry, but there's no money to marry, but he just want to enjoy life, he just want to grow as a person. But the everyday Nigerian challenge, I mean, it's just tiny. Religion is one side, trying to drag in this and that, motivational speakers, they are on another side, just trying to tell him he can make it out of nothing, you can become a billionaire with zero naira, a Nigerian story from the Warri way.
We not go down, enemies go bow down.
I think maybe in our school curriculum there should be something about outside world, because some of us we just invested our time in just knowing things about the school curriculum without knowing what happens outside. So when we finish school, we'll just be like, I want to put just be like needle where we say they throw for inside powder where many. So the thing just get away, or should I say antelope in the midst of lions. So we don't know where to go, where to start, where to move. So my thought is just that maybe I wish they taught us something like that about how the outside world works, or maybe something about business. We did business study, but the business study we did then, you can't compare it to what we are facing now. This one is the realistic part, So I wish we were taught something like that. We have at least help us, groom us to become better people, especially me myself.
My thing go far, so I pray.
I think the most challenging should be a feed you are conversant with, I mean, going on a feed work as a media personality, they use it sometimes, when you go on feed work, you want to interview some persons, you could be like saying a war. I remember there was an incident around the Egbegba Avenue, I went there with some of my colleagues, I was even the person that led that work, when they went there, wanted to interview the people, concerning some persons that were killed, they don't want to speak up. And even my colleagues, they were angry. Why these people? Even me, I was angry with them. I was just like, you guys should speak up. And people around the world do speak up. So, when you meet an encounter like that, I mean, it's one of the biggest challenges when you're going for field work. And it has always been field work, going outside, field work, going to talk to people, going to bring information for some people, it's always tough, it's always tough. So that's one of the most challenging part about my work.
So I pray,
I'll tell the person first thing, work smart, and also build yourself. When I mean build yourself, I don't read books. I mean, coming to your office, one of the first things I noticed was I saw some books, even though I didn't open my mouth to say it. But when I saw those books, I just smiled. I say, yes, I didn't lie with somebody where we say it didn't lie, So you must open yourself to books, keep on reading, keep on asking questions, An inquisitive mind is a mind that wants to know more. So keep on asking questions. And also, because our brain is built in a way whereby, for every minute, or should I say for every second, there's flash of knowledge or flash of wanting to do this or stepping on a particular field. So I would advise you, whenever you get that flash, write it down and execute the one you can execute. Don't wait for one big man to come and help you to execute this, or wait for Agodai to come and help you to execute this, or wait for basket mat, or maybe you are waiting for Okowa to come and help you to achieve this or execute this or push you. One thing I want to say, you are the biggest push. So if you are waiting for me to come and push you, I feel dull you, if you go judge me later, I'm not going to blame you, say you go judge me. Anyway, people, they will judge me, and I judge people, it goes like that. So you are the biggest push yourself. That's just one thing I'll tell you. Just keep on pushing you. Start from where you are. You have good phones, start from there. Your phone even bad, start from that bad phone. Complain about that your phone being bad. Pick it up. Somebody can just, why this guy phone bad? You've created content. You push yourself. So just keep on pushing yourself. Start from where you are.
Bow down, enemies go bow down. So I pray. They might try pull you down.